Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to October 22nd, almost Halloween. Hopefully, you have the trick and treat supplies all lined up because I'm sure they're either running out or if you're going to Costco, they'd be gone. And, let's share some information on what's going out there in the Phoenix space. So, this is the website, pbex.ca. And if you are interested in coming into the meeting because you're running a business and you want to do some more connections, some more business, actually, it's a great place to do marketing. Come on in and I'll show you where to connect with us. Before we do that, let's talk about member of the week, Cindy Little. And she's up and running, and that is her e-card, and that is her little video. And she does coaching and on a holistic side of the fence. Monday mornings, which is already passed, we have the Ball's Corners group, and we meet 8 to 9. Wednesday, obviously now, 8 to 9 Eastern. Thursday morning, 8 to 9 Eastern for the South End group. There's a Thursday afternoon group meeting at between 1 and 2. November 4th, after hours group, Penny Lee's hosting it. It's all about staying focused on your goals, whether personal or business. East Trade wins. That was yesterday. But next Tuesday, we're around, and soon Kat will be presenting. And in fact, I think Kat's presenting next week at East Trade wins. Come on in. No cost to come on into that space. Facebook Live meditation class with Tony at 1:30 on Fridays, every Friday. And Tony gets you into that Zen state. And speaking about Tony, and he's also got a sound bathing event on October 29th at 7 p.m. It's on Zoom, so gong along. Sorry, bad rhyming there, but I'm trying. It's still early in the morning. The coffee hasn't settled in. Penny Lee's got the Dance and Movement is Medicine with Nia classes. Those are both online and in-person classes. Come on in and check it out. Get your body limbered up. Meanwhile, Penny Lee's also got a potluck event that's happening on the 14th at 6:30 p.m. That's not online. That's in person. Bring food. South End group. So that's for this week. All right. It starts at 7:30. It's in person and online. So if you want to zoom in, can do. And if you want to meet in person, it is at the River Lounge. QR directory for all members. You see someone talking today and you go, I want to know more about that person. Click here and drill into the information. Our e-cards, 3,100 transactions have happened year to date. What's that mean? There's a 3,100 times someone has actually gone, I want to know more about that person. So that's kind of leveraging the marketing tool that's available. Over $4.9 million worth of business has been conducted between members, just between members, not outside referrals, since 2016. Year-to-date numbers are $163,350 worth of business year-to-date. So I'm going to stop the share, and you know what? You know what we didn't discuss? Who is giving the educational piece coming up? And I knew that index finger would show up. And Tony, over to you, sir. Well, I got to stop share. Oh, Tony, that's the quietest you've been. Tony, mute button. Or the cute button.
Whatever you want to call it. Right on. Okay, yeah, it helps if you can hear me, eh? Most of us have heard about the law of attraction from as far as business goes. And that's always been told to us that if you visualize something really in an intense way, then that energy will come to you. And this is true. But it's also true about what there's another law called the law of reversal. And what it means by that is that you want also wants you. In other words, let's say you're in an apartment and you're renting, or you want to buy a house down the road. And by thinking of the home that you want, like what would be a good example? Let's say if it's a summer cottage you're looking at. I'm not sure. Spirit's showing me a summer cottage. If you're looking for a summer cottage, rather than go looking for it and chasing for it, looking at realtors and looking at the one that might have the best price or might have the best location, just simply envision the cottage in your mind. What would it be like if you were there? What would it be like with a coffee at, let's say, 5:30 in the morning? The sun's just coming up, little bit of fog over the water, and all you hear is the sound that you're making. and perhaps the odd loon. How would that feel to you? So by visualizing that, that cottage, that setting also wants you. So it doesn't mean you have to go all the way to that cottage energetically to get it. You just have to meet it halfway because it also wants you. It's part of the law that that you are looking for also is looking for you. People find that when they're looking for a soulmate, when they're looking for new clients, when they're looking for new business, they're chasing the money, and that's the wrong thing to do. It's like trying to chase a puppy. You ever tried to do that? Chase a puppy? It's gone. You never get it. But if you sit down and you have your hands out and you're showing love, the puppy comes to you. So the same thing happens with energy in your business. Rather than looking for new clients, say to yourself, look at the amazing things that I can give someone that comes to me. I could give them home comfort. I could give them a new front door, like in Wendy's case, a brand new house. The door is 700,000 and the rest of the house is free, sort of thing. But the idea here is you're looking at the benefit that somebody will get when they deal with you. If I go to this person, I'm going to be able to afford that house, like in Jacqueline's case. If I go to this, I'll be able to fix my car. I'll be able to get my social media done. So you have value. In doing that, somebody will say, well, where do I go to get home comfort? Where do I go to get a new house to get my car fixed? And then that beacon will just come up. I hear it so many times that I have somebody in mind that I hope they're okay, and it's not because like I'm a psychic and I do this stuff because everyone has this ability. When you're thinking of somebody, instinctively they know, at least in a deeper way, that you're thinking of them. And so this is why when you think of an old friend that you haven't seen in 20 years, all of a sudden you bump into them at an auto show, or you bump into them at the mall or at Tim Hortons or something. It just said, hey, I had you in mind. My God, how are you doing? Been a long time no see. And it's because that you are sending that energy out. So if you're transmitting, that's what's happening. You're transmitting this desire of what you want to something. People respond to that, and so do things. Remember, frequency and intention turns into matter. It's not the other way around. You don't get a boat and then your frequency has it. Long before you get the boat, you're going to have the desire to want to be able to be in it and fish in it, or be able to use the house or go to the cottage and use it as a sense of relaxation because it wants you as much as you want it. So when you're looking at getting new clients, change your perspective a little bit. Clients is just a way you can keep score. Just as sales, it's just a way to keep score. I never look at the money. I look at the fact that look at the value I could get when somebody comes to me. I'll be able to take care of their taxes. I'll be able to take care of their car and will solve one less problem that they'll have. And that's the value you have. So focus on what you're giving, and then the people that need that will just come out of the woodwork, and you won't have to work as hard. The social media is only as strong as the people behind the intention. Back to you, Bernie.
Tony, thank you so much. Our LinkedIn live post, that's what I just pushed into the chat. And with the fickle finger of fate's going to go around looking for who's alert and awake and staring at the screen. Jacqueline, and then we'll go to Matt. Jacqueline, over to you. What's happening? Jacqueline, so quiet. There we go.
I'm unmuted now. Even though I did take that long, beautiful breath as I lifted my shoulders and I took them back and I released them down. And thank you, Kat. I was so excited. I had a workshop that I put together, blissful strategies, blissful with chakra energies. And people understood that energy and musical flow works as well. So it's in my book, Yoga for Your Personal Finances. And that was me as I stepped out this morning, big, beautiful, shining moment, because I know so many of my clients should consider coming out to one of my workshops. And it starts with my comment, start small. Smart, small, be excellent at your strategies. And I'm going to speak to first-time home buyers because that's chapter 4 in the book about home ownership. Start small by being in an affordable option. Then you get to accumulate your equity. You get to build your financial stability. You get to eventually upgrade if that's your choice to a larger or more desired property in the future. So when I'm doing my workshops and I'm talking about energy and I'm talking about music, why wouldn't you celebrate in your new small opportunity? First time home buyers, we're here. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate your work. I appreciate your excellence. And so when you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, you need to contact Wait Your Mortgage Honey.
Jacqueline, that's awesome. Can you give us the dates? Because I'm also posting that elsewhere. And yeah, the stuff in the workshops. Yeah, dates and registration.
Thank you.
Just
So
saying. Just
that's right. So we have the blissful energy for chakras. We had that today, level 2. We have the vision board session on Saturday, and that's from 1 to 3. We have the uh, Yoga for Your Personal Finance workshop. That's 7 sessions with me. That started, but it's never too late. Let me say that's never too late to arrive. So please hop on the link and register.
thank you, Jacqueline. Perfect. And East Trade Winds is every Tuesday, and that's the registration piece that's on in the chat. Matt, how's it going, sir? Welcome back, and then we'll do Wendy. Go ahead, Matt.
Morning, everybody. Sorry for my absence for the last couple of weeks. I've had some family issues, some passings of some close people in the family, and just haven't been available to be a part of the group here, and I do apologize for that. I'm Matt Ledard. I work with Arizona HVAC Services. We are a true local family-run business here in the city of Ottawa and have been ranked as one of the top HVAC companies for many years here in the city. And there's about 600 of us. So being ranked as one of the top, that's a big feat for us. And we take a lot of pride in that. And we take good care of our customers. Lots of reasons why we've been ranked like this. So one of them is we provide really good comfort to our clients. We do care about what we're dealing with our clients, and we make sure we offer multiple different packages to them to be able to pick and choose what fits their budget and their comfort levels that they're trying to achieve. What I mean by that is there are different types of equipment out there that provide different levels of heating. You got your basic single stage furnace where it's either off or on at 100% of its capacity. You have your next level of comfort where you have 2-stage furnaces where it is starts at about 60% of their capacity. And if it cannot satisfy your thermostat in a timely manner, it'll kick itself into the second stage, blowing maximum heat, satisfying your thermostat and getting you comfortable in the house. And then the next level of heat is the best level of that you can achieve. These systems tend to start at 10 or 40% of their capacity and move in increments of 1%. So you can get exactly what you're trying to achieve, reduce your energy bills, and get your house to that next level of comfort. A lot of people deal with stratification where the upper floor is always too hot, basement's always too cold. When you have a system that has more precise run gas valve openings, you can get to that point where almost every corner of the house is the same temperature that you're looking to achieve. So if you know anybody that is trying to save money or be more comfortable in their home, feel free to reach out to me. Matt Ledard, Arizona HVAC Services. Quality you can trust, guaranteed. Thank you so
Matt,
much.
welcome. Matt, welcome back, and absolutely not a problem. Always take the time you need. Always do that. We're also looking for someone who does jewelry, either a supplier or designer. So if you know anybody, have them reach out to Penny Lee to do a cross connect. Wendy, over to you, and then Sam.
Good morning, everyone. Wendy Chung, real estate broker with Century 21 Synergy and the Ottawa House and Condo Group. I'm a high producing agent here in the Ottawa area. I've got a wonderful network of agents right across the world. So I'm able to service my clients and other people's clients as the need arises. I recently received a referral from an agent from Oakville that I met 2 years ago at a Century 21 conference that was held here in Ottawa. And she reached out to me and let me know that her clients need to buy something within 30 days. And I was able to meet with them on one weekend. They drove in, we found the place, we negotiated it, and they just closed yesterday. So everything happened within a 3-week span. So even if you have any referrals for me that have a fast or short timeline, I can certainly work with that. One of the greatest things about having the network that I have is that I choose agents and agents choose agents who are at the top of their game. So as a high producing agent, that's what you want to see. You want to see someone that's well seasoned, someone that knows what they're doing and can work with the timelines of the client. Right now, we're seeing a bit of a slowdown. It always happens during the fall and the winter months. However, there's still a lot of inventory on the market. Having to manage sellers' expectations is a big part of what I do. It's having those conversations to sort of get their minds in tune with what is going on with the market today. I'm currently holding 3 listings. So I've sold everything else, and I plan to sell everything before the end of the year. So I'm open and ready for new clients. So please keep me in mind if you know of anyone looking to make a move, and I'd be very happy to work with them. Thanks very much. I don't have any BAMs to report, Bernie, but I do have ongoing business with Kat, with Susan Ebbs, Matt Ladard. I'm always looking out for you, trying to send you more people. My ears are always open, and Jacqueline, of course. So thanks very much, everyone.
Wendy, thank you so much. The next item is, hey, you know what? One of our very own experts in this group is helps push out social media content. Share the information with Kat. She'll push it out over the social media content over the Phoenix channels. So just remember that. That's a service that's part of the universe. Sam, and then actually Kat. Go ahead, Sam.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. There's my abbreviated contact information because I haven't set up my backup yet. My new computer that I'm working on today. Let's see, besides dash cameras, I also do minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs, and well, I'm setting up for tire changes. It's tire changing season. So if you haven't set up your appointment to get your tires, winter tires put on, now's your chance to contact me to get that appointment made. If you live within 10 minutes of my location here, I will pick up your vehicle for free and deliver it afterwards. And I provide a free brake inspection while I'm doing that. So if you're interested, please contact me as soon as possible to get an appointment made. Let's see here, BAMS wise. Well, friend Terry Fraser, former member of Phoenix, was here last week. I did ball joints in his vehicle, and he's giving me some advice in regards to estate planning. And another Phoenix member, Harvey Hope, he set up this computer for me. And at the same time, I did some work on his car. So we did each other a favor there last week. That's it for me, Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of a vehicle and more.
Sam, thank you so much. And next thing we're looking for is home care specialty products for seniors and the disabled. Have them reach out to Penny Lee if you know someone that is in that neck of the business, and we need them in the group. Kat, over to you, and then Eric. Go ahead, Kat.
So I'm going to start with a question. How many of you in this group do business with other members of the group, whether it's in this room or other parts? Awesome. How many of you have actually gone in and left a review on their Google, their Facebook, their Rate Your Agent page, whatever they've got to leave referrals on? If you've done that with everybody, disregard everything I'm saying. If you haven't done it with everybody, today is leave a review day. So what you need to do is go back to everybody that you've used, leave them a review, go onto your social media and ask your customers to leave you a review. And I'll give it back to you, Bernie.
Okay, that's quick and fast, and thank you so much. And Eric, what's happening in your space?
Good morning, Bernie. Nothing is happening in my space as of now because I just got up like a few minutes ago, so I don't think anything is happening. But I've had a busy week. I finished a big year end for the telephone company that supplies us, and they were a former Phoenix clients, I think, back in Kempville when we had a Kempville chapter. I have I'm ready to start working on Tony's next year end. I'm talking to the bookkeeper about it. I am in the middle of a merger that seems to be so simple in July. It seemed to be so seamless, and I'm getting a lot of resistance from my staff, a lot of resistance from their professional people, who are in charge of exporting our clients and getting us under their name, the IT side of the merger. I think that I think that sometimes I get the Mexican attitude from them, like ¿qué pasa? That kind of attitude. But I would recommend that everybody goes through a merger at least once in their lives, because it was a lot easier to get married than it is to go through a merger. Believe me. It's really problematic sometimes. Anyways, we are accountants and management consultants. We have now about 10 offices across Canada, one in Ottawa, which is mine. We are always looking for expansion, other accounting firms that want to join us. But I'm not in charge of the expansion thing, so don't call me about expansion with this group. Yeah, I'll give you the phone number of who to call. And we do this, as if we only had one client. We strive to come across, whether it's in person, whether it's in social media, whether it's in contacting, as if we only had one client. And that is difficult to do, and that is sometimes very difficult marketing to do, because people sometimes forget that, the person in front of you is the one that's paying the bills. People forget that sometimes, and their mind wanders to the big client that's coming an hour from now, as opposed to the 80-year-old senior that we're doing their taxes for. So that's the secret to our success. 613-254-7310.
Eric, merger. Think of 5 hospital campuses coming together in 1999, 98. Yes. 10,000 people merging. That's a lot of lanes, a lot of traffic. Tony. Oh, before that, sorry, hold on, Tony. Before you go soundbathing on me here, Mike Wazowski. Sorry, I just saw your message going. So you can't make a meeting? Get Mike to come in for you. Arrange it and set it up so he can stand in for you. Tony, let's go soundbathing, man.
Thanks a lot, Bernie. Hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. The Over the last week, it seems very interesting that I'm getting a lot of clients coming in because of breakups, whether a partnership isn't working. And I had two people that are in their early 20s that are just all of a sudden blindsided. The one person said, I don't think this is working. And they broke up that day and is totally devastated. So when this happens, one of the things that people can't get out of their heads is that there's this rejection. There's a sense that I never saw this coming. We've been going out for 5 years. We were even talking about getting together, sort of thing. And then all of a sudden, it's just a big no. So if you know somebody going through that, that includes layoffs. That includes also if you've lost a loved one, lost a pet. You know, it's just that it's hard to shake off. And that's because there's an energy in there that is tickling your energy in the sense that is, you could have done more. Like it wasn't enough. Like maybe if I would have done something else, maybe I could have saved the relationship. Or maybe before, the pet left, I could have, and it didn't see it coming, maybe hit by a car if it's something sudden. But a lot of times in a pet case, it's usually a longer term thing where, the pet has a disease and slowly dissipating sort of thing. Then you have the time to hug it and love it and all that. But when it happens all of a sudden, there's always some form of regret. So if something like that is bothering you or somebody that you know is bothering, just have them come in for a session. If it's something like a loved one, like we lost a father, mother, whatever, that kind of thing, or a child, the first 30 minutes, I don't even charge. It just more like a connection to that energy on the other side, because most times they haven't left you. They're still beside you. That's why you could feel it, that they're in there. So we can give you some insight as to we can't tell you why they left because that's your job. We can help you find that though, but because that's the root of the whole thing. If we know why someone left or why the pet left or why the thing broke up, then our moving on energy is much better. In one of the cases of the breakup, it was supposed to happen because her energy has a lot of ambition, very loving, but the energy that she was going to meet with didn't have the same intensity. So it's almost like the energy got rid of them. And this is why they say, okay, it's not going to work. I'm not feeling it. And that's just great because it's better for that to happen then than to wait for, when you have a house, kids, and then it doesn't work then. It's better to know way ahead of time. It's a lot less complicated, as Eric would even say, in that kind of a financial case. But anyway, if you know somebody who's going through that kind of thing, have them call me. We are doing a sound bath next Wednesday. So it's like it's a big group of people. We had about 30 last time, online and in person. And so if you're interested in that, you can do it from the comfort of your home. Just zoom in to this Zoom. And it's a 2-hour meditation. Bring a question. By the end of it, you'll have an answer. Back to you, Bernie. Oh,
Tony.
As far as I haves, Susan McGarry made an order for her ongoing business with Eric and Raul and Kat and did some business with Josh.
Tony, thank you. I've already posted my contact details in there. I'm also going to post in kind of support to my co-host at Mac for Business and on East Trade Winds. And that is Wayne Pratt. He's got a book out there. And so I am also your presenter today. Ta-da! No, I'm going to give you a little bit more than just ta-da. So we're launching something new. It's part of Creative Insight, which is attached to Canada Growth Network. So I have a presentation that's coming up, and I'm going to multi-skill myself into a happy space here. And I'm going to drop in the chat what it's all about, and it's about Canada Growth Network and a service we're going to provide, and it's about utilizing a CRM. And I'm just hitting the F5 so I can share my screen with you. and launching, and you should see something now. Can you get a thumbs up if we're lit up like a Christmas tree? Ah, perfect. Thank you. Smart Systems, Simple Growth. So Canada Growth Network, one of the things, kind of a backstory, in the last year or so, different projects came up and I needed access to different web pages to create pages for different businesses. And so I capitalized on Go High Level as the platform. And I realized there's a couple of things that I am saving myself on, and some of the things I've been looking at to add as a business. And so I'll get my thing to screen forward. There we go. One of the things I realized, there's like 5 or 10 different tools that are out there that can help service a business. And sometimes it's like, holy lifting, $20 here, $15 there, $30 here, $50 there. And by the time I aggregate them all together, it costs a fair bit of coin. And then I got to manage logins for different platforms, multi-factor authentications, which are really important, especially on key infrastructure. Multiple platforms, funnel surveys, CRMs, two-way SMS, HubSpot, MailChimp. MailChimp's repeating itself twice in there. It was persistent. I don't know why, but hey, there we go. Web hosting, Stripe, Calendly, tracking, courses. There's other features in there inside the Go High Level. It's also called Community. So a lot of these things are, think of let's say Eric's life, right? It'd be like if I'm working on a spreadsheet over here and I got to reference a spreadsheet over there, and then I got to go talk to CRA and they have to send me a spreadsheet. Not that they would send you a spreadsheet, Eric, but you're pulling information from different sources, right? And you're trying to bundle in one spot, and so that can slow things down. Or if you have to train somebody up, it also can slow things down. So typical cost for a Go High Level account, if you're going just off the shelf from the US, is $97 US dollars. So that's 130, 140 a month, depending on where the dollar is floating. And that might be a bit steep for a lot of different businesses. So what we're offering is inside the Canada Growth Network, we're offering that service at a much reduced rate. I'm considered an agency, so I can offer portions of the Go High Level account without you having to go and pay it in US dollars, right? So full CRM automation suite powered by Go High Level. AI tools are in the background, templates, campaigns. Gosh, that my presentation likes to repeat the words on me here. So much for editing last night. Setup and support with Percy Barr. He's one of our colleagues in the Canadian Growth Network, or Canada Growth Network, and lifetime pricing at $39.95. Now, the only time that would change is if the prices with Go High Level change, and they have not changed over the last 2 years. Also, there are some sidebar incurred expenses, and they're really fractional. Every time you onboard an email and you hit verify email, which is part of a process to ensure that you're not spamming the heck out of people, there's like a 0.001 cent charge that comes in, and so you can incur a charge that's back billed. So basically, you're saving about $700 US a year just utilizing this this service, if you're so inclined and you're looking to do a campaign or launch a new website. So business automation, client intake, everything from, if you ever notice you go onto a website, you say type your name in here, type your email address in here. It does all the data collection up front, and it posts it into your contact list. Now, some of you might already have something that's already well established, in which case, like if you're an insurance company or you're a mortgage firm, you probably have something that's already been well structured. And I'm gonna suspect like Wendy and Matt have already inside their company space might have these pieces. However, that said, if you're doing a side project, $39.95 is not so bad. All right. So, and that there's more to it than just that. Sales and marketing pipelines, you can track that. You can assign people. If you had a crew working with you, you can say, hi, this person is your sales lead, and that's the contact, and you can track that, and it gives you that information back. Emails, booking, and invoicing, all one simple system. What makes this really handy is that if you I use Outlook, and I use this platform. Outlook's kind of my ultimate default because everything is kind of core from there. I'm migrating information over there, but it tracks. It can synchronize with my Outlook. So now I can, as I push out emails, it'll track saying something went out, and also track something came in. And it also can connect to your social media. So if you're having something on Instagram and someone's reaching out to you, you can start seeing the chatter coming back in that space. So the handy pieces, why it fits, automate follow-ups for your contacts. Yeah, you save over 60% tech costs or thereabouts. Build shared templates within the group. The CGN group, Canada Growth Network, this $39.95 gets you inside the group. So it's kind of an added bonus. You have other contact points. For example, right now we're doing a Black Friday series, and that's all talking about how to prep for Black Friday if you haven't done so, and things to keep in mind. And in fact, it's a free event that's happening this coming Monday. So we can share templates. And so what happens in one place might work well for one of your other colleagues, and you can share the template across. Improve client engagement and retention. So, in the past, you guys have noted that we have a little system that goes, a tickle reminder that says, oh, the person's birthday, the person's anniversary, certain key things, or there's a time that you should be alerting to renewal of contracts. All right, the life cycle is maybe 4 years. Winter tires, even, it could even do that. It could cycle through that. The really handy thing about with the Go High Level element that what we're offering here is that even if you have another service provider that can provide support in the space, easy enough, more than easy just to have them cross connect and have them embed and take care of your function and flow. Designed for relationship-driven networks, and plus it's scalable. So the deal is we're offering a 30-day trial for $1, and thereafter it's $39.95, and it's monthly. And so if you go, yeah, I don't like this, yeah, there you go, pull the pin, and it stops right then. So there's a guided setup fee, so that's with Percy, and that's $200. That helps you set up your account. You can set up your own account, and that's totally fine. That's just only if you're going, oh my gosh. Percy comes in and helps you arrange things, personalized workflows. So there's another thing that you realize, and you would have seen it depending on your industry. There's a certain series of steps. It's like almost like when you're cooking in a kitchen. You start off with, you got to have the supplies, the products, and then you work your way down. Well, when you're working with your clients or you're getting inventory in, same deal. These are all trigger events. Live Canadian support. Again, it's $39.95 is Canadian dollars, not US. Onboarding with us, and fast, friendly, and help for smooth adoption. Other things, you also get to explore the rest of the CanadaGrowthNetwork.com space, peer collaboration or referral ecosystem. So it just widens your scope of connections. Shared market resources and tech perks. Opportunities to find partners and clients. And again, it depends. Like if someone's out in BC, Sam might not go and change their tire unless, of course, they're going to front them the airplane ticket, and even then, right? And you're growing across Canada. Closing call. So I'll put it in the chat. You'll see it in the chat, the link that's in there for the Canada Growth Network. It's CanadaGrowthNetwork.com, GHL. And that is all through the Go High Level platform. All right. And just it's set up to go. And the offer ends on Black Friday, November 28th. And I am going to stop my share because I've just kind of, if I went too fast, my apologies. Does anybody have a question? Kat, go ahead.
This is maybe a silly question, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Go for it.
I have GHL with another company, and I do obviously pay in US dollars because it's with an American company. If I transferred across to yours, and I'm not saying I'm going to, it's just asking questions, because by the time I convert Canadian back into British pounds, it's way cheaper. Would I still need to pay Percy $200 to get it to basically
No.
move everything that's in my current system over, or would it do it
If
itself? That's
it
what I don't
depends
know.
on how. That depends on the company that you're already based with, and they'll let you migrate out intact.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, because that conversation's come up in the past because how I got into the Go High level was through another network, right? And so can I transfer over? And it depends on that if they allow for you to port it over. Is it doable? Yes. And does it require Percy? Not necessarily. But if you have to rebuild everything, and much to your previous point, is how do you back up your platform, right? So it's you know, if things go sideways with that company for whatever reason, how do you migrate over if they go flat, right? So you'd have your backup, and much like with a Facebook or an Instagram, if they decide to go, we don't like you today, right? Ping, you're off the out of the circuit. So I guess the best way is we can investigate it before you commit to it, and go from there. That would require a bit more dialogue. And if you're really handy in the Go High level space, then you can be another supporting agent inside the Canada Growth Network.
Okay. I want to come and join that group, I think, because it sounds like a good place to be.
We try. And yeah. Are there any other questions?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
It kind of goes along with what Kat was saying. So when Percy gets involved, that's to set up the AI tools or to set the whole thing up, or
It's to set you up in stage one. The system has a lot of depth and breadth. Okay.
okay.
And so like if you're setting up courses, that's to set you up for $200 gets you loaded up on your page, whether it's a funnel or it is a website, and you can build a website. You can port over WordPress into the space too. It costs an additional about $14, $14.95 US to push in a WordPress website into it.
That's per month?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's WordPress, that'll be an add-on feature. So whatever comes in with this package, right? If you can build with it, there you go. It's all in one. The second you start turning on, I want to add this other feature, then there's an added value cost that's attached to it. So the AI has an added attached cost. Now the handy thing with Rael, for example, he's already embedded it inside inside this universe, and he made because when we first had a chat about this, I said, "Oh, how do I embed it?" He says, "Oh, do this." Okay, and so I kind of followed the instructions, and then boom, I'm in. And so now the content is up and running. So if you go for the knackforbusiness.com website, that has the chat in there. Creative Insight has the chat in there, and that's through Rail. So you don't necessarily have to use the AI platform that's within Go High Level if something else works better and it's a better fit. So that's what I found out as to date.
So I guess over the years, officially, I haven't really had a good CRM. Now, presently, I'm using MailChimp to have all my clients in there, and it's all sort of distributed. And we send out various emails for it. But this is a little more sophisticated, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And so does it. Okay, so. I'm just trying to see. It's something that I want to try, but it's one of those that is there a lot? Can you do it? Can you set it up like yourself? Could you set something about setting up a website on it?
So I'm going to back you up here. If you've never seen the back end of a website, you
Yes.
might be going, in which case it'd be like getting filling in your tax form for the very first time. You've earned income, right? And you're like, what the heck does this mean? And you're looking at the line entries, right? For Eric, it's like, boom, it's done. So there's certain elements that are easy to do if you have some experience. If you have zero experience or zero knowledge, you might end up using Percy a lot to structure it. Doesn't mean you can't learn it. Doesn't mean you can't put your hands on things, put your fingers on things, and start typing and structuring it.
But you
the
could program it where you could have emails go out at a certain time. Does it
Yep.
do that? Or,
Yep. You can do that for text messages, emails, WhatsApp. Some of these features do cause an incurred cost, like for WhatsApp integration. There's an incurred cost for that. But even for the text messaging, there's a slight, and again, it's a marginal cost. It's really small, and you have to set up that account for sending out text messages, like much like what you're doing now. But you know, if what you have is you're happy with, there you go. But if you're looking to take everything and bring all the pieces into one box, there you go.
So all the social media would come into one place because often I'll get
Watch
some
watch Cat's head.
my
Watch Cat's
message.
head. Watch Cat's head. So
Tony,
Cat, go ahead.
stop asking Bernie questions. The answer is yes, you want it. Yes, you need it. You sign up. No questions asked.
Okay.
It does
Here-
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Literally, it would even sing and make you cups of tea. It is that good. It is one of the best softwares on the market. That's why not Tony, Bernie sells it, because it is the best, and Bernie only offers the best.
Yeah. Wow.
God, Cat, you're good. You're
Wow.
hired. Sales agent. Done. Well, it just again, I've gone back and looked at different other platforms. Like if I want to do like having a web hosting thing, well, I have to get my URL. So that's your website domain name, right? You still have to get that. Then now I got to host it somewhere. I got to pay for that piece, right? And it's not that you can't find other services within our community that can do that, right? But then the next piece is now build me a website, and some of this will quite literally plastic. See if I can give you a quick demo here. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to share my my page in Go High Level. So this is my contact list. All right. So people I've had chats with recently. I pipe their name in. I put in a profile, gather whatever information I think is going to be most pertinent about the person. So I'll open up chat here. So Chad, this is where I have to verify an email, and so that way I can send out contents. That costs money, but it's fractional, really micro fractional. So I say, hey, date of birth, I don't really capture that. Who the contact was from, so I can record that. What type of contact. I pipe in their LinkedIn, and some of these fields that you see here, you can custom build as you go. There's some that come standard, and other ones going, oh, I need to know this information. So the reason I do the LinkedIn is because a lot of times I'll push out posts. Now I have it all captured in one spot. Where's the person located at? Some of the questions are kind of redundant. Type of lead. I can capture, if the business logo, the headshot, and I'll use that later on. So this person's going to be a podcast guest, right? So when I get the information from them, I can pipe it in there, right? And I keep scrolling down. Some of the stuff that I've got in there, I've shared a template that was for a gym, and I'm going, I don't need that, but there are parts that I did want. So I can go back in and trim stuff out. If you don't care, then you just you ignore the parts you don't care about. Upload the file, and then I track some more information about the individuals, right? I can do paid services. Here I indicate whether I've done a podcast with him. My podcast with him is January 28th. So I piped in the date. So I can put trigger dates in here. Then the other thing I can do are tags. So it's Knack for Business. So he's going to be a podcast guest. He does wealth management, he does coaching, he does investment, and you can put more information. And I've already added notes about him, so that's a lot of this is coming from my Outlook, and I have to develop a time where I take what I'm doing in one place and then port it over, so I'm doing less data entry. But I can do this from a form, and not just the contacts. Then there's the calendars. There we go. So this is synced to my Outlook. So it kind of has everything mapped. Conversations. So Camille has sent me something. Okay, and Steve Ramona sent me something. Guy Bronfield, you'll recognize that name, Tony, right? That's the guy from Jamex.
Yes, yes.
Bernice Williams, a whole bunch of different people that have had chats. I can activate AI agents. I have not done that. And then from the marketing side, social planner. So this, I obviously I haven't been in here a lot posting from this particular website, right? But I posted something, and if it doesn't go, it says, "Hey, it flopped." In which case, I realized what my error was, and I worked it out. Then I do email campaigns. So if I do an email push out, and so you'll see that, let's say from East Tradewinds, there's an East Tradewinds version of this. Hang on, go to that. And I create a template. And if I were smart and doing this all the time, I would have my templates running every time. So this F5, reload that. And what's happening in here? It should say already sent, right? So this is a message I sent once before. So what I'm going to do, and it's not totally prepped. I clone it because I know what the message is going to be. I click on it. It opens up. And then it has all the information. So this was for a East Tradewinds session that happened this week. This went out on Mondays. So I have a particular cycle of dates that I puts in the contact's first name. Hey, here's a quick reminder, blah, 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 blah. Oh, look, November 2. I added that in directly. I can delete that. When I go to send and schedule, I pick a date. It comes from me. Email's verified. That's really important. And a sender name, I pipe that in. I pipe in some information, and then I go, hey, send all my contacts. And then I go over here, review and send and transmit. So the artwork that you see, and then I can go back. I'm not ready. I saw an error. So in this case, I come up here. I don't like the image. Upload from media library. And these are from past presentations. And this is how easy it is. You double click, done. Right, literally, you create the artwork. The artwork's not sitting in here. I bring it. I create it elsewhere and then bring it in and add it in. Right. This is just a small smattering. Like once you get the rhythm of how one element works, you can leverage a lot more. And I'm probably not even leveraging it up to its ultimate capacity. Got affiliate manager, branding tools, ad manager. In the sites section, I can create a QR code. And there, that's one. That's an example, one of them. And it's trackable. I can track if someone's scanned it. So it'll give me a footprint. I do this inside Creative Insight. So when I do the Mac for Business podcasts, so this is Jock. I just click on that one, edit. So, there's all the information that I need about Jock. And I can come up and change the look of the QR code. I can add a logo into the center, download it, save it, right? And then I can go and get stats on it. These are like little snippets, little layers inside the system. Now, to say, would you learn that all in one setting, one go with it with Percy? No, this takes a bit of time. Like you got to set up. How do you? It's like getting a brand new car and you're about to go on a road trip. Well, let me understand my car first, because let's say you bought yourself a Tesla after riding in Dave's car. It's like, yeah, 4 wheels, steering wheel. I get that, but there's a few more peculiarities with that car, right? You have to understand ahead of time. Like, don't hammer the gas because you will rocket forward. Unless, of course, there's a safety inside the car. Right, so that just gives you an example of what's going on in the background. What else can I show you? You can do memberships. You can create a membership. You can create a community inside that space. Media storage, reputation, and a lot more, as Sam would say.
Okay, I think I'm going to try it, Bernie.
Right, and just even a walkthrough, setting up an account doesn't cost anything per se. The reason we're asking for that $1 is just it sets up the payment cycle ahead of time, and then if you decide to stay, boom, you're off to the races. If you need more setup, again, that's where Percy comes into play. And if you have someone else that is supporting you, in this process, and you have another tech person, it doesn't have to be Percy. It can be another person, and we'll just we you can arrange for authorizations for people to come in and manage your space. So if you come in, you get an email saying, "Hi, here you go. You're in charge of this box," and you say, "Bernie, I want this person also to be in charge of the box too, or support it as an admin." Done. Or you can set it up yourself too. And I'm sure Kat's done this too, right? So it's not. And again, it's not only one person knows the secret sauce. It's a large community out there.
Yeah. So when you're bringing in things like Outlook and Mailchimp, it costs a little bit extra to bring it into the.
Well, you wouldn't use Mailchimp. You wouldn't have to.
Okay. Okay. Oh, right.
You migrate everything that's on MailChimp, all the contacts, you migrate them over to Bernie's system. And then you use Bernie's system to create brand new templates.
Oh,
and
right.
then you would use the contacts from inside the CRM and send it out.
I see.
Which saves you, because it costs so much money to use MailChimp.
Well, yeah, I'm still below the limit, so I don't pay for it yet, but I'm getting there. You have to send out 1,000 emails to after that it costs money, but I'm getting there.
You will do, because I'm going to start sending a ton of emails for you, so you're going to reach that threshold anyway. So
yeah,
I'm saving you money by costing you money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, I know. All right, perfect. Thank you, Bernie. I think
So again, if you have any other questions, like if it's not like you're going, hi, here it is, ship and sail, and see you later. It's like, I've been here since 2019, no? So
it's a big program.
It is.
I'm going through it right now. My office is the merger involves merging with HubSpot and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's part of my looking tired all the time.
I thought it was soccer.
No, it's called tech stack, and no. So if that's not your happy sweet spot, yeah, it's like looking at a motor, going, I have no mechanical inclination at all. No.
Yeah. I remember one of the episodes of Dick Van Dyke when he says car's not starting. So he opens up the hood, he looks at it, he says, "There it is, the engine." I have no idea what it is.
It works.
Yeah. All right. Okay, great, Bernie.
And so I'm going to give us the closing quote here, and it is from a guy called a guy or gal, can't tell by the name, Kai. And the idea is, when people think about traveling to the past, they worry about accidentally changing the present, but no one in the present really thinks about that. No one in the present really thinks that they can radically change the future.
Yeah.
So you're already